Hey guys, just when I thought I didn't have enough stuff to do, my uncle is moving back to East Tennessee and just purchased this house. So I will be installing a heat pump in this for him right away, even though I'm still kind of working on that Mustang, trying to get it done. He is wanting to get this thing completed pretty quick, so that he can start moving his stuff back to East Tennessee so he can move into this thing shortly. He's getting ready to retire, and he wanted to know if I couldn't do this for him, so of course I'm going to do that. The house is actually very nice. It's only about 6 years old. They just redid all the flooring and everything in it. Laminate flooring in the living room, and of course the ceramic tile in the kitchen and the bathroom. It's only a 2-bedroom house. Of course, it's just him. 1 bedroom downstairs and then like a loft upstairs bedroom. The only problem with the way the house is laid out, though, is trying to configure ductwork in order to fit in here. There's not a whole lot of places to conceal it, so I'm going to end up putting the air handler here in this closet. I'm going to have to cut the shelving and everything off to fit it in this corner, and I'm going to have to go through this wall into the living room for the return. And I'm going to end up having to cut a hole in the ceiling and hope there's enough room above the drywall before I hit the floor joist for the overhead to run my refrigeration lines outside beside the house where the condensing unit's going to sit. And then the electrical, which I thought was kind of strange for a house to be this new, isn't actually located inside the house. It's located around on the back side of the house. So yet again I'm going to have to run a sub panel because all the spaces in the breaker box are full, and conduit, and then take it up along the eave of the house here and then line up with the rafters that go across into that closet in order to get my electrical wiring into the air handler and then outside to the condensing unit on the other side of the house. So it's a nice little lot that the house is sitting on up in the woods. It's very nice. The house is vinyl siding with a red tin roof, so it's a beautiful house, and he got a great deal on it. That's the reason he went ahead and got it so quickly. So as I get more of this done, I'll video this for you guys. I'm not sure how much you all will like the HVAC stuff and electrical and everything. It's not really a lot about cars, but I needed to get this done for him, and I thought this might be neat for him to look back on whenever we get everything done, so he can kind of see the progress as it went too. But yeah, stay tuned, and I'll be showing you guys more as we come around. See ya. Hey guys, I'm back. Well, I've got a pretty good size hole cut. This is for my return air duct. It's 30 by 30. Of course, it also had an outlet, telephone, and TV junction box sitting here, so I'm having to relocate all of that. Then my thermostat is going to go somewhere up on this wall. I just got to figure out exactly where I can get it without being right in the way of where he's going to mount his TV. Here's the air handler. It's a 3-ton heat pump air handler with 10 kW of strip heat that's going to go in it. Got it unpackaged, and it's going to be going in the closet. We pretty much got it pretty good shape so far. Cut a hole in the top of the closet. Luckily the the floor trusses for the second story are running across here, so we had a chance to get our refrigeration lines run overhead and out down the back of the house where the condensing unit's going to go. So I'll have to make the piece I cut out into a door. I've also got to run some 668 cable from the panel box outside to the air handler in here for the strip heat and for the blower. So all that will come in handy, and then the air handler is going to sit here in this corner. I've got to still make up my plenum to set the unit on, and a pan for drainage to set it in, so that way if something happens that the condensate pump goes out, it'll have a float switch in it so that it will raise up and shut off before it floods his carpet, or worse yet, his laminate flooring, out here in the living room. Like I said, I've been at it maybe 4 hours, you know, and my mom and her boyfriend have been out here helping me try and get this stuff kind of leveled out. So it's worked out pretty well overall. Had to get all this stuff laid out first before I could measure for my plenum to set the unit on. I've also got to make the piece to go in the wall for the return grill to sit in with the filter housing, and then do like a transition over into the box. I'm going to try to set the unit back in the corner as far as I can, but as you can tell, the return, just the way it worked out, is coming out slightly past where the door opening is, so I'm going to do like a triangular piece and transition back over here to this corner, so that way it's not too obtrusive and he can still kind of get in here and put all of his shelving and stuff back over. So far I've still got to leave access out so far to service the air handler, but it's going to go up to probably 1.5 feet or so from the ceiling. And then the ductwork is actually going to go through the wall right there. I was going to go up into this attic, but I thought, well, if I go up into the attic, then I've got to come back down on this side, which is above the refrigerator. So what we're going to do is we're going to come straight through the wall with the ductwork, and we're going to tee it off into this pantry and put a vent, and we're going to try and angle it over here toward the bathroom. There's really not anywhere to hide anything to get into the bathroom. Then I'm also going to cut into this wall in this pantry and bring it out into the living room. I lucked out that where the ductwork is upstairs for the bedroom worked out really well. Not sure if you can see it or not, but there's a floor outlet upstairs. I can actually move over and put a duct, a floor fixture, right beside of that outlet, and it's going to be right here, just right above where the air handler's at, so that's going to work out really well. So all in all, everything lined out a lot better than I thought it was going to. I think I'm also going to probably go down through here and put one more outlet through this wall out into this bedroom, so that way I can kind of spread the airflow out a little bit. It's 3 tons, so that's 1,200 cubic feet of air per minute. So they're going to have quite a bit of velocity to them for no more vents than what we have. But, you know, we don't have a whole lot of space to hide the ductwork, so we're just going to try to distribute the air as evenly as we can. Here's outside where the refrigeration lines and everything came down the wall. I got to come out of my electrical panel box with conduit down into the ground and run it across to where I get to this bay is where the refrigeration lines run overhead, and I'm going to run my 668 in conduit up the side of this into the attic and over and down into the closet where you just saw it, and box everything in with some sheet metal box and then paint it to match the siding so that it's not as obtrusive and you don't see it too much. So all in all, pretty productive day. We got everything figured out, got it laid out, and figured out where everything's going to go. The only real funny issue for a house that's only 6 years old, this thing doesn't have but a very small panel box, and for some reason they mounted on the outside. Still hadn't figured that one out yet. But luckily most of this stuff is only one circuit each. Like they put one wall of one room for the outlets on one circuit breaker, so I'm going to go back and put some double breakers in here, some of the mini doubles, so that I can open up some of these spots. I need 2 double pole places for my unit and for the condenser and for the evaporator, so everything seems to be coming along pretty good. I've gotten to a point now where I don't have a whole lot left except to finish relocating that outlet and take my final measurements to get my sheet metal pieces made. And that'll be about it for today, and I'll have to go home tonight and make those pieces up on my new sheet metal brake, woohoo, and then come back tomorrow and start putting that stuff together. So you guys take care, and I'll bring you back when I got something else to show you. See you later, guys.